that thought just came into me, into my mind, just around 7:30, and I sat and started writing down, and I realized, my God, I can teach so many things in practicals.
रगड़ो रगड़ो सबको रगड़ो.
Good evening and welcome to Tea with CV. I think this is episode 9, and I think we missed one episode in between because I was busy with my online hydroponic classes that I've started, and I'm glad to say that it has been a fantabulous last few days, teaching people authentic, real, soilless cultivation or hydroponics. And I'm so thankful to all my students who took part, nearly close to 19 of them, who came back with some amazing feedback and some really, some great, testimonials. And thank you very much for it. And I'm glad that you really liked the entire 4 days of my basic course and the practicals. It was very interesting because I normally have timed what do you call timed teaching classes, and I found that instead of 12 and a half hours of 3 days of basic training, online training, I did almost 16, close to 16 and a half hours. And then the practicals, which I thought was going to be about 2 hours, I stretched it because I had to. And to be able to explain in greater detail, I added a lot of stuff for the practicals, and my students were really, really so happy. It started with a visit to my little warehouse where I showed them what all kinds of things a farmer or a grower needs to have in stock in terms of bill of material, and they saw all that, and I showed them the weather station. I explained them the weather station, and then I moved on to the training site where we have a poly house and a shade house where we train our students. I showed them plants growing in a shade house. I showed them plants growing in a poly house. I showed them the entire poly house structure. And these are normally things that I normally don't do during practicals, especially when physically students come to learn with me in my 1 and 2 day workshops. But I do not know, one night before the the practicals happened, something just came into my mind saying that why don't you make it very interesting? And I added a lot of stuff, including showing my reverse osmosis plant, how backwash is done, how dosing is done, and so many other such beautiful things. So that was one. And then we showed them cocoa peat hydration. We explained about cocoa peat. We showed them the features of cocoa peat. We showed them seeding, how to make a seedling tray, how to transplant. We showed them all kinds of different methods of seeding: direct planting, transplanting, broadcasting, and those kind of things. Then I showed them the vertical hanging bags, how they work, and how one can do vertical farming in a very simple way. And then we had the grow bed where we had obnoxious amounts of mint growing out there. I showed them the celery plants, I showed them tomatoes, I showed them a lot of different things, and believe me, the students were just so happy. They weren't really expecting that the practicals would be just limited to some few things. But I'm so grateful to God that that thought just came into me, into my mind, just around 7:30, and I sat and started writing down, and I realized, my God, I can teach so many things in practicals. So it was very enjoyable for the students, I'm sure, and they came back saying, "Thank you so much, sir. It made us so happy," and things like that. So it's been a great, great last 10 days. And to be honest with you, um, uh, this online teaching is something that I've never done in my life. And I was also, obviously, being human, I was also anxious. I really did not know how far and what would be the throw of my delivery. What, in spite of all the great content that I normally teach, I was not sure how much it would make a difference. But I can tell you, it was absolutely, swashbuckling, as they say, fantabulous, as they say. It was just amazing, and I just can't think of, I can't wait to teach again. And on the 15th of August, uh, we are going to be we are going to be teaching once again the basic course from 15th onwards, 15th August, the basic online course. And on the 8th and 9th, Meghna, my colleague, is going to be doing the intermediate course, which is going to be really heavy on the students who have registered, because it delves very deep into solid, very many subjects, and that is very important. And it addresses the pain points of different of farmers. So it's all by grace of the Almighty. Everything is going extremely beautifully well, and I really don't know how to express my joy in words. But I can tell you one thing: on August 15th, we launch our second basic course, and we are going to be calling it the Freedom from Hunger course, and it's on our India's Independence Day. And one independence is, of course, the freedom what we got from the British way back in 1947, and this is the launch of another Freedom Day on the same day as the Independence Day, which is freedom from hunger. And how more and more people will be able to use simpler and simpler methods of soilless agriculture to be able not only just to have food for themselves, but also to be able to feed the world. And I can tell you, CV Hydro is growing as a big family, and we are just growing in leaps and bounds. The reason for that is only one thing, that people are happy finally to hear me speak and hear me show them in practice, how simple things can be used to grow plants, where normally people think hydroponics is very expensive, it's a very high capital expensive projects, it needs 1.5 to 2 crores per acre. And the simple kind of things that I teach has really kindled great hopes in people, and they are so happy, because it's not just what I spoke during the basic training course during the theory. I actually showed them stuff where even in milk packets or in tetra packs we grow plants. So it has been an amazing time, and we have launched the online course, and we are looking forward to be teaching online from hereafter, till, of course, the COVID situation is under control. But nobody knows when that will happen. But however, COVID or no COVID, I can tell you, I'm going to be teaching online, and it's not just for India; it's for the whole world. Anyone who wants to tune in, sign in, and listen to my teaching in soilless agriculture are most welcome to join in. And we'll create not just a family within India, we'll also create a family of the world. And I welcome all of you now and in the future, if you like, to learn how to grow plants, how to grow crops, how to make some great, beautiful food, very tasty food, very nutritious food, and as much as possible without the use of chemical pesticides. So therefore, I know that the COVID has created a different future for us, and online teaching is the right one of the only methods that we can think of in this situation. But yes, I know after I finish my teaching of my first basic course, this is definitely something that is doable, and definitely it can impact and train people extremely well. There was a feedback that I got from a student of mine who said, "CV sir, when you teach, we've gone to many online courses and things like that, but when you're teaching online, it seems that we are standing right in front of you and listening to you." I had another student who said, "You know what, sir, you've been teaching from morning till evening, and you still have a straight face. You still look so cheerful. You don't look tired." I said, "Hello, when you do something that you're passionate about, there is no time. You don't need a watch, because you just love what you do." And that's exactly what I do when I teach. So I honestly look forward to having more and more and more people coming to learn the science of hydroponics, the very important fundamentals of soilless agriculture, and that's what I'm looking forward to. So it's a great change for me in the way I teach and the methodologies I use to teach. And I must say, thanks to the people behind at the background who are helping me in this quest, in the sense that the people who create the links and things like that, because I'm not very IT savvy or very computer savvy. So I get all that help from people, and I'm so grateful to all of you. I must thank Meghna Reddy, who hosted my basic online course, and she did an amazing job. And this is what is very important, because when I'm teaching, if I find too many distractions, then I just go out of whack. And believe me, in those 4 days, my student Harika Chinnam and Meghna Reddy, they just did a fantabulous job. And I cannot forget to even thank Mr. Anant Poddar, a young student of mine, who did a 90-day plus another 2.5 months sabbatical. I mean, he took a sabbatical and he was with me in Bangalore. They all helped me, and I don't know how to thank them now and in the future. But thank you for being with me. Thank you for helping me, and it has been fun. And I can only see a lot of joy ahead, not only for me but for everyone else who attend my online courses. Thank you very much. Godspeed and good luck, and see you soon. And I urge you all to keep following our social media handles in Facebook, LinkedIn, Twitter, and Instagram, so that you get updates of what is happening. And believe me, from August 15th, it's going to be all guns blazing, in the sense we just going to take on the world and teach people how to grow food in the simplest, easiest manner possible. So, once again, thank you, and Godspeed and good luck. See you soon in the next episode, on maybe the next week after this Sunday. That is episode possibly number 10, and we're going to have fun. So thank you very much. And remember, we must all learn how to grow our own vegetables, if possible, at home. Even if it's one vegetable, it matters. Thank you very much. Bye. This is ZEAL.
रगड़ो रगड़ो सबको रगड़ो.